Que onda? Thanks for watching Doing Life with Jenny. Excuse my little trumpet lip ring right there. If you're new here, in June of 2023, I moved from the US, from St. Louis, to Mexico to the state of Hidalgo. Today we have a short video about pharmacies in Mexico. I've talked a little bit about this in a previous video, which I'll link below. So like I've said, I've been living here since June of 2023, so a little over a year. Let me show you my medicine drawer. Okay. As you can see, this is the size of the drawer, and it is packed. Mind you, let's see, like 3 of these medications came with me from the States, and the rest I have accumulated since moving here. So let's head back to the living room and explain why this is so full. So firstly, more often than not, you don't even need a prescription. You can just go to the pharmacy and say, I need, and give them the name of the drug, or you can walk in and say, hey, this is what's going on, what can you give me? For example, I've gone in and said, hey, do you have some drops for dry eyes? So antibiotics are one of the drugs that you need a prescription for, although when I was coming to Mexico ages ago, this was probably 15 to 18 years ago, I was able to get amoxicillin without a prescription. I don't know if that's still the case or if they've changed it to all antibiotics need one. The most recent time I needed an antibiotic, they did keep my prescription, so I wouldn't try and go get more, I suppose. Whereas any other time, they give me the little paper right back. Anyway, regardless if you need a prescription or not, they don't have little containers that they put your name on and count out how many you need. For example, if the doctor says you need this 3 times a day for 7 days, they don't count out 28. So usually you'll have to buy a second or a third box because you need 1 or 2 more pills from that second or third box. And then once you've completed the amount of days that the doctor told you to take it for, you just have leftovers. Which kind of defeats the purpose of needing a prescription, right? If you're always going to have some leftovers. But I didn't write the law. I will say at the vet, he usually did count out how many pills Sammy needed, but there were a few times where I ended up with extras. Maybe it was when the dog had a prescription that was also a human medication, and I had to go to the pharmacy, not just the vet. So I'm slowly learning that if I'm going to go to the doctor and or the pharmacy, take inventory and see if I already have something. That way, if the doctor prescribes the same thing, I don't have to buy it at all. Or maybe I only have to buy 1 box or bottle instead of 2 or 3. Because I did that last time with the antibiotic, but then I realized I had some at the bottom of the drawer I had overlooked. So I still ended up with too much. So now I have a drawer full of medications that I should go through because most of them are things I should not need to take again soon. But it's one of those things like, what if I do need this in the next year or 2 before it goes bad? I know they say technically medication does not go bad, it just loses its potency. But I'm no doctor or pharmacist. I hate to throw them out because some of them are kind of expensive, but I can't just keep collecting them either. So I don't have health insurance yet. For some of the medications without health insurance, it comes to like $2 or $3, and some of it has been like $40 to $50. An example of something that costs like $2 or $3 is my birth control, which I take because of my pituitary tumor. And an example of something that cost about $40 was my prep for my colonoscopy and endoscopy the other day. Colonoscopy cost about $270 US, again, no insurance, and the endoscopy cost about $250 US. So I hope this video saves you a few dollars so you remember to check your medicine cabinet before you go to the doctor or pharmacy, because if it's something that's kind of common, you might already have it from last time. Thank you so much for watching today's video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell. Adios!